mobile device academics, welcome back to Mr. Markley's Gradebook, where I review apps that promise to make you smarter. Today we're going to look at Vocabulary Builder by Magoosh. It's an app that promises to build your vocabulary. I wanted to find something that would help with that, and I looked it up on the App Store, and this is the #1 choice on there after the sponsored content. The promise is that it will, if you play this game, you will improve your vocabulary with 1,200 words by Magoosh. There's also a smiley face emoji in the promise. It's weird. But going on to the history. Magoosh is a test preparation company started by Hansu Lee, Bhavin Parekh, and Pejman Pourmozzi, 3 students from UC Berkeley in 2009. This app was made in 2014 as a free way to prepare students for the words that they're going to come across on the SAT. Magoosh is a company that, like I said, has been around since 2009. They are award-winning, but most of their awards seem to be for business-based successes and not academic. So take that as you will. They do seem to help students, though. This year in Tennessee, because of the statewide retake of the SAT, they've offered a 90% discount, bringing their software from $90 to $9 for students.
Nice.
And it was very nice. My initial thoughts. I went into this app expecting a vocabulary builder, not a test prep software. And their promise doesn't make it seem like it's a test prep software, but knowing what I know about Magoosh now, I should have seen it coming. But that will taint my review a little bit because of what I thought it was, just so you know ahead of time. As always, for this review, I'm going to look at 3 different things. The design of the app, how easy is it to use? The fun of the app, how enjoyable is it, or does it make it more enjoyable to do the app? And the worth, does it do what it says it's going to do? Obviously not everything worth doing is fun, not everything fun is easy to do, and not everything pretty is substantive. So let's get on with it. The design. There's always something to be said about simplicity. This app knows its purpose and is designed exclusively around it. Choose your test, choose your difficulty level, choose a quiz, take a quiz. Each word on the quiz is a multiple choice question with 5 choices and a notification if you've seen the word before or not. The questions themselves are all synonym based. Click the word that means the same thing as the word in question. Right or wrong, it will provide you with an example sentence and a progress bar. The worst part of the design is in how these words are sorted. The first quiz is 10 questions, the second is 20, the third is 30, and so on until you're doing a quiz of 70 words. Like I mentioned in my geography app review, more questions isn't an element of good design, especially when it would have been easy to split them up into more manageable tests. It's simple, it's clean, but there's a devil in those details. A- on the design. Fun. Multiple choice quizzes are not fun, especially when they are being presented as a multiple choice quiz. There are ways to make multiple choice quizzes interesting, such as providing a story in which you must place the correct words from a word bank where they'd make the most sense. But this app chooses to go the standard route. All context is removed except for the 4 words and an I don't know button. The only saving grace here is that it forces you to get it right before you can complete the whole test, meaning you have to learn it to advance. My problems with testing as education are compounded further with the growth of these quizzes, as what wasn't fun at 10 questions is unbearable at 70. It doesn't help that the questions themselves are 1-word to 1-word associations, which don't make answering the it does make answering the questions quick and easy, but it's still not fun. In addition to this, the only gamification used are the progress bars that indicate how close you are to finishing the lessons. It's satisfying to complete them and to watch your progress, but there's no reward or any reason to really go on except for your own interest in the subject matter. It's easy and quick, but you're still glad when it's over. Giving it a C- for fun. Worth. Without context, the words mean so very little to me. You will read the word, you'll read the sentence, but you won't use it in a sentence. It also suffers from the growth of language and how words have taken on slightly different meanings. For example, Facetious has the choices bitterly sarcastic and humorous. The correct answer is humorous, but the dictionary definition of facetious, and how I've been brought up to use it, is treating serious issues with deliberately inappropriate humor, and in many cases, that's sarcasm. In language, context matters, and this app doesn't provide you with context. Even putting the word into the sentence and then asking it for it to be replaced with a synonym would have been better than just this multiple choice quiz. But that's because this app is meant as a test preparer. This app is teaching you words to be used on a test by the test's definition and for the test's questions. And that's okay, but it doesn't make you learn the use of a word. Learning how to use a word is as important as learning the meaning of a word, and it's the only way to truly understand it. This app is a great place to become introduced to words you might not run into anyplace else, but reading a book with the word would give you a much better understanding. It'll help you with the test, but probably not on your diction. C+.
And that's it. That's Vocabulary Builder by Magoosh. I recommend it if you are going to take the SAT, but beyond that, it doesn't quite give you the full breadth of the word. You're not going to be able to go out and use it correctly. It's as if you looked up a word online, said, ooh, that's a good word, the word of the day calendars, and you use it without knowing how it's supposed to be used, because language is fluid like that. So if you're using this as a way to learn new words to add to your repertoire, don't. It's not the best way to do it. Go get a Kindle app or an Audible app, listen to books on tape, and that will help you a lot more for what you're trying to do. But if you're trying to take the SAT, this is good for you because this is the way the words will be used on the test. I'm going to give the app a C+. I was about to turn it off, but I've talked about next week. Next week, we're going to talk about Lumosity. Lumosity is one of the giants in brain training apps. I'll go about what brain training is later. Not my favorite word. But we're going to talk about it next week, so go ahead and maybe check it out, and I'll see you then. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, please check out the subscribe buttons here. And if you want to check out other things that the Gearbox Union and I have done, they're up here. And I hope to see you next time.